And I'm not quite sure what the problem is, but I really do want to like turkey burgers, except they're always so flavorless. And I'm not sure if it's because they always seem to be dried out, or if it's the same toppings that go on a beef burger are always on a turkey burger. It's not the same. It's not going to taste the same. So what I'm gonna do is try to pull as much flavor from everything in between that bun as possible to make the most delicious turkey burger I can. Sound good? Let's cook. And of course, I'm gonna use tomato as a topping on the turkey burger. However, I believe we can make it even more delicious by roasting it in the oven to help concentrate those flavors. I don't mean some crazy 4-hour oven dried tomato. No, we probably only need about 45 minutes, but this is great because we can cook everything in the meantime. What we need to do is just core them up and slice them. Now, you know I love Roma tomatoes, so I've got 4 of them here, and I'm just gonna remove the core and then thickly slice them about a 1/2 inch thick. It's okay if you're a little under or over. We're next going to spread them out on a sheet tray lined with a rack. We want to season these up really well with salt and fresh cracked black pepper. Next, we are just going in the oven at 275 degrees Fahrenheit. It's going to take about 45 minutes for these to finish cooking. So we obviously have to talk about the hero of this dish, which is obviously the turkey. Now, one of the big reasons why this can dry out so quickly is because folks only use completely lean turkey breast, which is like 97% lean, 3% fat. What does fat equal? Flavor. So we're gonna cut that with a lot of thigh meat, which is around 93% lean. Still not awesome, but you're getting a lot more fat in there. And then I'm gonna show you a few other things to help totally enhance the flavor of this. Let's just transfer the 2 pounds of turkey over to a large bowl. Remember, 1 pound is 97% lean, the other is 93% lean. Then we're gonna finely grate in a 1/2 yellow onion. You could use a sweet white or red. Give it a few knocks, get all that goodness out of there. Then we're gonna finely grate in 4 garlic cloves. And you're already adding moisture back in. Think about this, when you're using dried and onion powder or granules, what is it? It's dry, it's drying things out. You need to reconstitute it using any of the juices from the turkey. So finally grating in these things is gonna make a world of difference. Once you're finished grating in that final clove, remember to give it a few knocks to get all that goodness out of the microplane. We're next gonna add in 2 teaspoons of Dijon mustard, then 1.5 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. You can add a little bit more if you want. Season it up well with salt and fresh cracked black pepper. Now for my little secret, we're gonna add in 3 tablespoons of mayonnaise. All right, Comies, you're probably wondering, why did I just put mayonnaise in there? It is a huge punch of fat and flavor to the turkey that so desperately needs it. However, if you're eating turkey for diet reasons, or maybe trying to eat a little less red meat, substitute out for yogurt or don't use any at all. I'm telling you, there are plenty of other things in there to make it super flavorful. It's Dr. Chef Billy Parisi time. Get your gloves on or clean hands or a spoon. We want to completely mix all of these ingredients until they are combined. Oh, and another really quick thing. This batter is gonna be super wet. It's supposed to be, it needs to be. When I see recipes out there that have breadcrumbs in it, like you're gonna make a brick turkey burger, it's gonna be so dried out. I don't put breadcrumbs in my meatloaf or my meatballs. It draws out all the moisture. Don't do it. At this point though, we're gonna take a little piece out, fry it up, see how it tastes, see if we need to adjust any seasonings. Then we're gonna put it in the refrigerator for just a couple minutes while we prep up a few more things. I'm next going to prep up a red onion, and this is a very big one. You could use a white, sweet, or yellow here. I think a red onion just adds the most flavor. We want to julienne or thinly slice it. Once it is to this consistency, take them over to the cooktop. I've got a large frying pan over medium heat. I'm going to add in 1 tablespoon of unsalted butter. Immediately add in the onions once the butter's melted. And then we are going to frequently stir these for about 10 to 15 minutes until they start to brown up. And I don't know what it is. To me, it always seems like red onions cook and brown much faster. Once they are to this consistency, I got another little secret here. We're gonna add in 3 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar. It's going to add some much needed acid, and honestly, it's going to immediately absorb into the onions. No need to cook them for more than 20 seconds. Once it looks like this, you're good. Take them off and set them to the side. The next thing we're gonna do is make a quick sauce, a chipotle mayo. This is gonna add a bunch of flavor. I've got 1 cup of mayonnaise here and an awesome recipe for homemade mayonnaise if you want it. The next thing we're gonna do is add in 2 chipotle peppers with adobo sauce. There's plenty of tasty smokiness in here because after all, chipotle is a smoked jalapeno. We're gonna add in the juice of 1 lemon. It's gonna help cut some of that heat. We're gonna season it up with a little bit of salt. Then what we wanna do is just mix it until it's completely combined. And another really good mayonnaise on this turkey sandwich would be my Asiago basil aioli that I use in my BLT. So one of the last things we need to prep up is an avocado. Whenever I think turkey burgers, avocado is definitely on my list of toppings. The only issue I ever have with it is how it's prepared. They slice it up, put it on the burger, so you take a bite, and avocado slices go flying off. Now what I think is better, remove the pit, take the avocado out, put it in a bowl, mash it up with just a little bit of lemon juice and salt, boom, problem solved. Anything at this point that can be prepped up is prepped up. The tomatoes, they still have a little bit longer, totally fine. They'll be done once everything is finished cooking. Now for the turkey burgers, because they are so wet, I'm not gonna form patties and put them to the side on a plate. No, here's what we're gonna do. We are gonna get a griddle, or if you have a big old cast iron skillet, fantastic. We're gonna get it up to medium-high heat. We're gonna add some butter. Once it's melted, we're gonna form those patties and go straight from my hand right to that griddle. We want to make some big, thick turkey burgers here. If they're too thin, they're going to dry out too quickly, and I'm not going to be happy. So each of these are going to be about 7 to 8 ounces in weight. This is like a nice big pub burger. As soon as you make the first one, immediately add it to that hot griddle. We're going to return to that bowl and keep making them until all of that turkey meat has been formed into patties. You should get 5 here. And then at this point, we're gonna cook it for about 5 to 6 minutes per side, or until it reaches 165 degrees Fahrenheit internally. So after that 5 to 6 minute mark, be sure to give it a flip, and you definitely wanna make sure you get that sear on here. Like a burger, this is going to add so much more flavor to these. Once you flip those turkey burgers, you're gonna have to start making a decision around what cheese you want to use. Now, I do love mozzarella cheese on there. I think it's really good. Some other great cheeses, provolone, Gouda, even an American cheese would work, but I think something a little bit more neutral and cheesy like mozzarella is perfect. And with about 2 to 3 minutes left in the cooking process, that's where we're gonna add on our mozzarella cheese. That's all it's going to take for them to be melty and delicious. That's what we want. Then we are just going to simply remove those turkey burgers once they reach 165 degrees Fahrenheit internally, set them on a plate to rest. Give our griddle or cast iron skillet a quick little scrape because we're going to add on and toast our brioche buns. You know I'm all about brioche, just like in my smash burgers. I think they just add the most flavor, and it's going to be the best with this turkey burger. They don't have to be perfectly brown as long as they're toasted. Fantastic. We're going to set them to the side because it's almost time to plate these up. The tomatoes actually needed about another 15 minutes to get them to where I wanted them to be. Totally fine. I needed that extra time to finish up everything else. And even things like timing, making sure everything's prepared and ready to go at the same time, that always goes back to fundamental basic techniques and practicing them over and over again. Plus getting that sear on the turkey, the sauces, the balsamic onions, all of those things are gonna complement so well and will always elevate your everyday cooking. What we're gonna do now is plate this beauty up. On the bottom toasted bun, we're gonna add some butter leaf lettuce. It's just one of my favorites. Next, 2 slices of the dried out Roma tomatoes. 2 slices is all you need to cover all this. Next, we're gonna add a few tablespoons of the mashed avocado. Better for eating. Then hit it with some of those balsamic onions. Top off with that big old delicious burger. Then on that top bun, we're gonna spread on some of the chipotle mayonnaise. Press it down on the top. And now you've got one delicious turkey burger. Now this is the perfect juicy turkey burger. Do it like this every single time. Now if you're looking to pair this up with something, my Italian pasta salad would go amazing with this. I've got a great recipe video. I'll see you on there.